minutes to get on. I can't really see when people are on or not because I'm just on my phone in front of the house. I just got the notice that I'm on, so I'm sure it'll take a couple minutes for people to get on. So we'll give you, if you're saying hello to me, I can't see anything. I can't hear what you're saying. So just bear with me on that. And I'm going to give you, probably about 30 seconds, and then I'll finish my thought. I'm sitting here in the front yard in my jammies. I haven't gotten dressed all day. Santa arrived, finished up his arrival through our neighborhood very late last night. And then the small people were up very early, so it's been a long day, but a great day here. All right, that's a minute, so most of you have had 30, 40 seconds to get on. Shoot, hold on a second. Desmond's hoverboard just took over my thing. Hold on, I'm not going away. All right, we're gonna try that again. This time only for real. Run. Okay, this time for real. We'll give everybody a minute or so to get on. Des got a hoverboard for Christmas, and it's got speakers on it, so we had my phone connected to it. So I disconnected from it, and apparently she got close enough to the window that my Bluetooth automatically reconnected. So then it took my sound away, so y'all couldn't hear anything, I don't think. And then I disconnected from it, and then she did it again. So I had to go in and forgive. I had to get rid of the device out of my phone. So sorry about that. We'll give y'all a second or two to get on. Hopefully some of you are there, or some of you are there. I'm going to go ahead and go because I have no idea what's going on at this point. It's funny that I got on to do a couple things. I wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and to say to you all, I hope you had a beautiful day, no matter what that day looked like. I know that it was strange and unusual for many of you, as a lot of us aren't traveling right now. But this celebration is worthy of being honored and kept regardless of what goes on around us. As I said yesterday, we are the people of hope. That being said, today is the 25th day, and this is the last one of our Advent thoughts, and I wanted to put something out, but I also wanted to talk a little bit about yesterday in general. I know many of you were disappointed that we had some technical problems with the 5 o'clock service, which then led to technical problems for the 7 o'clock service. We had, I was incredibly, I don't use this word lightly, embarrassed and just mortified that we had as many problems yesterday as we did. It was not for lack of effort. We really, Robert, myself, Jeff Black, everybody that helped throughout this process to give you what we thought was going to be fantastic, and that did not. Sometimes the best laid plans of mice and men, right, don't always work out that way. So I had hit a button that we didn't know that I hit, which caused some sound issues for the 7 o'clock service. And when I tested the streams for 5 o'clock, everything was working great. And because I didn't want to put a test feed out to all of you and confuse people while we were testing, turned the streams off to run the test and then just forgot to turn them back on. It was a stupid, simple mistake that I probably it was a mistake. It just happened. So I apologize from the very, I hope I wasn't covering up the microphone this whole time. I apologize from the very bottom of my heart to all of you, and say that with complete sincerity. That being said, no, but y'all don't need to text me or call me. I know some of you would be like, oh my God, Sean, don't feel terrible about this. You tried. And certainly I did. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Yesterday went really bad. just, just did. There's just a ton of technical problems and just stuff happened. But had you been able to hear the sermon, both any of the three services, and the 11th, the 10:30 service is up, and you can watch that today. I think it's well worth watching. Just pretend it's Christmas, anyways, or pretend it's Christmas Eve and have another day of Christmas. Shh, be quiet, dog. But what I said last night, I think, speaks, if nothing else, speaks to this moment for me and hopefully all of you. Last night was nothing that we intended. It was crazy. It didn't work out the way we thought it would or wanted to, and it was not certainly anywhere in the plan of what we had when we started the day. We worked. If my body feeling the way it feels today is any indication, we worked way too hard to not be able for you guys to see the product that we put out. That being said, we're the people of hope, and so it was with all hope and certainty that I marched in, and we did it again at 10:30, and we put it out, and everything worked like normal. For the most part, we had some weird stuff, like one of the cameras stopped working. We don't know why. Just one of those things. But the story of faith, the story of this Jesus that is born today, is not the story of perfection. It's not the story of unmitigated success. It's the story of step by step moving forward, even in the face of challenge. It was a challenge for a newborn baby to take his first steps when he didn't know the way. It was a challenge for a man and a woman to say yes to this Jesus, or to this God who was sending his Savior to be part of their family. And they took awkward steps forward. It was awkward steps forward when Jesus first entered the temple and told adults they were doing it wrong. It was awkward and weird and unusual and unsteady and sometimes backward and sometimes hard and sometimes difficult steps when the people of God, when Jesus was met by derision by the Romans and by his own people. It was never the plan for Jesus to run into willful pushing back against what he was proclaiming, peace and love. It was not God's plan or Jesus' plan for Jesus' crucifixion. It was the plan for him to save all people from the very beginning of time. The story of our faith and our hope is not in it working to plan. It is the story of the birth and the crucifixion. It's the story of the plan through grace being transformed when all breaks down. So yesterday broke down on a really holy and special day. But I know that through that same grace of God shown at the birth of Jesus, that same grace of God shown at the resurrection of Christ, the same grace of God shown from age to age throughout the church, something holy will come out of this too. So while I grieve that y'all missed out on a service yesterday that was beautiful at 5:30, a great taped service, and most of you were in bed by 10:30, here's the grace. It's still there, and you can still watch it. And the holy work of God will continue tomorrow, and we will do it together. I love and adore you all. Have the merriest of Christmases. May this day shine in your heart and in your soul. And remember, Christmas is 12 days, not just one. And so we celebrate this Christ for all 12. So put your jammies on, go watch the 10:30 service, celebrate, laugh, and cry with family, have a great dinner, and hug those you love. And remember, when all the planning and all the work is done, when things don't quite go right, that's where God steps in and amazes us with his grace. It's been a beautiful Advent and a Merry Christmas. Love you all.